Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you guys there. I was just checking out the NBC World Series' new app. You could find this app at the App Store. All you need to do is type in NBCWS to be caught up on all things NBC World Series.
NBC World Series. It all happens here.
And good afternoon, everybody. It's baseball time in Wichita. 84th get-together by the Arkansas River. NBC World Series powered by Westar. Today, game 2 of 4 today. It'll be the visiting team San Antonio Angels versus the San Diego Force. Here's how the Angels will go. Jack Wisniewski will lead it off. He will be over at shortstop. Ian Bailey will play right field and hit second. Jose Diaz will be over at third base and hit third. In the cleanup spot will be Nick Hamill. He will be the designated hitter. Jordan Billups will hit fifth and play center field. Dylan Stump will be in left field and hit sixth. Hitting seventh will be Evan Perez over at first base. Garrett Wilkinson will hit eighth and do the catching. And rounding out the order for the San Antonio Angels will be Orlando Collado. He will be at second base. Angels are the visiting team today. They come in out of the Central Texas League. They are 6-0 in the tournament. They made it through the first week of pool play, and they have been perfect ever since. They were 14-10 in the regular season. That would be the Central Texas Collegiate League. Defensively for the San Diego Force, left to right in the outfield, Coleman in left. Williams in center, Sidley over and right. Pulchin will be at third, Martin at short, Huddleston over at second base, Dar at first. Doing the catching will be Stubbs, and on the mound, number 31, Dalton Schallberg out of New Mexico State. Schallberg just finished up his first year in independent ball in the Frontier League. He was 1-2 in 7 games, 6 starts, 28 innings of work, 33 strikeouts, and 25 walks. ERA of 6.90. And the first pitch to Jack Wisniewski. That's in there for a strike. Getting started a little late, about 45 minutes late. Game 1 went 11 innings. That is fouled back. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wisniewski 11 for 25 in the series. Over at shortstop today, steps in from the left side. 0-2. Pitch from Schallberg. That just missed outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Schallberg with a 6.90 ERA in independent ball this past summer. Finished up at New Mexico State in 2017. Pitched for New Mexico State in 2016 and 2017. 0-2. Wisniewski, that's high, out of Trinity College. 2 balls and 2 strikes, just underway, top of the first. Colorado Bears and San Diego Waves went 11 innings, and the Waves walked it off with a pass ball in the bottom of the 11th. That is foul back, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That just missed outside. 3-2. Three balls and 2 strikes. Leadoff man Jack Wisniewski. And that is bounced back to the box. Schallberg stabs it, flips to first in time. And the leadoff man is retired. So 1 out now in the inning. Ian Bailey now out of Grambling. He'll step in from the right side, playing right field today. 11 for 25 in the tournament. They play him straight away. Temperature 88 degrees here at the ballpark. Very pleasant day. What breeze we do have is blowing out to left at about 10. Really been lucky and blessed with beautiful weather this past 2 weeks. And the 1-0, that is into left field. That'll get down, and it's quickly cut off by Coleman. And Bailey over at first base with a 1-out base hit. So the Angels have something cooking here with a man aboard. Jose Diaz. He will step in, third baseman today.
Third baseman number 13, Jose Diaz.
Out of Our Lady of the Lake University. He will hit from the right side, 6 for 25 in the tournament. And the pitch. That is fouled down the right side.
Autocraft. Foul ball sponsored by Autocraft, where the mark of a good body shop is no mark at all.
Ball and no balls and a strike. That is low and in. Fastball at 88 for Schallberg. His last season at New Mexico State, he worked 29 innings, appeared in 25 games, 15 starts. And the 0-1 is fouled back. Gave up 17 runs, struck out 27, walked 15, and had a 4.97 ERA. He improved his ERA from 2016, which was 6.32 to 4.97, so a significant improvement there for Schallberg. 6.90 in the Frontier League, and that is over at first base. He's back in there. Bailey at first with a one-out base hit. Wisniewski bounced back to the pitcher, and you're up to date. Top of the first. That is bounced to shortstop, flipped to Huddleston. Back to first in time, and they'll turn it. So the Angels go quietly. We've played a half an inning, no score from Wichita, and we'll be right back.
Hey, make it out every Friday of the NBC World Series this year. All college students will get free admission into the NBC World Series and will be offering $3 16-ounce Natty Light cans.
Thank you to everyone involved with this year's World Series for the positive energy that you provide. That's Westar Energy, taking energy to heart.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the first. Here is how the home team, the San Diego Force, will go. Junior Coleman will lead it off and play left field. David Huddleston will hit second and play second base. Josh Sidley, he will hit third in right field. The cleanup guy will be Jake Pulchin. He will play third base. Philip Steering will be the designated hitter and hit fifth. Hitting sixth, Trey Martin. Over at shortstop, Cameron Stubbs will do the catching and hit seventh. In the 8th spot, Nolan Darr, he's over at first base. And rounding out the order will be the center fielder, Ryan Williams. Defensively for San Antonio, left to right in the outfield, Stump, Billups, and Bailey. Diaz over at third, Wisniewski will play shortstop. Collado at second base. Perez will play first. Wilkinson will do the catching. And on the mound, Chandler Eaton out of Midland Junior College. Numbers for Eaton last spring, 16 appearances, 10 starts at Midland. He was 4-3, 52 innings of work, 37 strikeouts, and a 5.47 ERA. It'll be Coleman, Huddleston, and Sidley. Here is Junior Coleman out of Riverside City College. And that's in there for a strike on the outside corner. Force out of the Southern California Collegiate League. Coleman hit .291, and that'll be off his helmet. Thank goodness for those helmets. So Coleman will wear that upside his head. He looks to be okay. Umpire down there having a look at him, make sure he knows where he is. David Huddleston now out of Southern Idaho. He will hit from the right side. Got to wonder if it's a small ball situation for the Force. No score, bottom of the first. Throw over, and Coleman back in there head first. Eaton, a right-hander out of Midland Junior College. That is swung on and missed. 0-1. Huddleston hit .254 in the league, and he's 3 for 7 in the tournament. Good lead over there by Coleman. And the throw over, and is back in there. It's coming up on 4:30 Central Time. Very pleasant, 88 degrees. That is popped right side. Perez giving chase, and it's out of play. Caught by a youngster. Good play over there by a youngster. Looks to be about 8. He got camped, looked it in, and he's getting high fives from his buddies. 0-2. Throw over. He's back in there. Wind appears to be freshening a little bit, blowing out to the left. You'll see if that has any effect on anything. And the 0-2. And they say he went. So that'll do it for David Huddleston.
Don't strike out for other HVAC companies.
So that'll make it 1 out. That'll bring up Josh Sidley, the right fielder. Sidley out of San Diego Christian. .354 this past summer, 3 for 10 in the tournament. That is bounced to the shortstop, over to second for 1. Back to first in time, but Perez unable to hang on to it. Second baseman Collado threw a in-betweener. And Coleman will be erased, 2 down, and Sidley will be on with the fielder's choice. Well, San Antonio with an opportunity to get out of it. Unable to make the play. Here is Jake Pulchin. Houston Baptist product, and he is playing third base today. 2 for 8 in the series. Had a big home run earlier in the week. He's driven in 4 in the tournament, so he's having a good tournament. That floats inside, ball 1. So 2 balls and no strike to Jake Pulchin. (2-0). That is fouled into the dugout. 2-1. Pulchin out of Romoland, California. 6'4", 230. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Runner goes, swung on and missed, down to second. That's not in time. That'll get into center field, get past the guy backing it up. And Sidley over to third. Sidley will steal it. Pretty good pitch to run on. It was off speed and low. I think Wilkinson did everything he could do to get rid of it in a hurry. And it was low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if the botched double play will come back to haunt that is into center field, and it's going to. That'll be a base hit for Pulchin and an RBI. And a run scored, so San Diego takes the lead. That is outside. Here's Philip Steering, designated hitter today out of University of Hawaii at Hilo. I'm sure the geographics are similar to Wichita and Hawaii. Just guessing. Ball and no strikes. Runner at first base, 2 outs now. That is in there for a strike. Good location from Eaton. Steering 3 for 10 in the series. 327 this past summer. Good numbers. That's on the outside corner, 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. 4 strikes first. They lead at 1-0. Force 0-2 in the tournament. That's in the dirt. That's going to get away from Wilkinson. That will be a wild pitch. Pulchin down to second. And another runner in scoring position for San Diego. That is bounced to third. Diaz will have to wait on it on the big hop. Strong throw over to third. Gets him. And that'll do it. We've played one. The four strands won. But they get one. And they lead it 1-0. We'll be right back.
Join us and help kids learn to walk, talk, and play with their peers by supporting Heart Springs pediatric programs. Heart Springs' 15th annual Pedal Fest bike ride is on Saturday, August 25th. Hop on your bike and pick the ride that's best for you. Pedal Fest has a route for everyone, from a 100K to a 5-mile family ride and 60K gravel ride. After the ride, rest your weary legs with a cold beer, lunch, and some family fun. Go to kwch.com for more information. Join the ride and help make a difference.
And welcome back. Top of the second we go. 1-0 Force. 4, 5, and 6 for San Antonio. It'll be Hamill, Billups, and Stump scheduled. Schallberg out for inning number 2. 13 pitches to get out of inning number 1, courtesy of a double play. He faced the minimum. First pitch to Hamill in there for a strike. Hamill, the designated hitter today. Out of McMurray. And that swung on and fouled back. 1-1. 10 from 29 in the tournament, so he's having a pretty good tournament. Ball and 2 strikes. That is inside. Just missed. And Hamill thought about it. So a good take for Hamill. He will have another opportunity. Here's the 1-2. That's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Schallberg, a very quick worker, which is good. 2-2. Off-speed pitch popped up right side. Dar, first baseman, over into foul ground. And he'll haul it in for out number 1. So Hamill is retired.
Center fielder number 44, Jordan Billups.
And with 1 out, that'll bring up Jordan Billups out of Midland Junior College. He will step in for the right side. His first look at Schallberg. And the pitch. That is high. Ball 1. And a 1-0. That misses low. 2 balls and no strikes. 1 out. Top of the second. Hamill let it off. Popped up to the first baseman. That is sprayed down the right field line. Foul.
Foul ball sponsored by Autocraft. With Mark of a good body shop, it is no mark at all.
2 balls and a strike now to Jordan Billups. 1 for 8 in the tournament. Center fielder today. And a 2-1. That swung on and missed. That was in on his hands. 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch. Bounced foul. Got that one off his front foot. Has lots of padding down there. Thinking that might have missed. Folks, if you've never had the pleasure of fouling a pitch off your foot, you're not missing much. Very painful ordeal. Here's a 2-2. That is off the hands. That'll be into center field. Williams coming hard. He won't get there. So Billups is aboard with a one-out base hit. That'll bring up Dylan Stump, University of Texas San Antonio, playing left field today.
Left fielder number 26, Dylan Stump.
6 for 22 in the tournament. So the Angels, they trail it by 1. They have a runner at first base. Not a tremendous lead. That's in there for a strike. Good location at 89. Hamill led it off, popped up. Billups with a base hit. And it's 0-1 now to Stump. That is inside, 1 ball and 1 strike. One out, top of the second. Game 2 of 4 today. Colorado Cyclones and the Cheney Diamond Dogs are up next. Steve Strain will have it for you. Then on the late game, the Junior College Nationals will play the Everett Washington Merchants. So if you're in the area, still plenty of time to get down here. That is ripped into left field. And back-to-back base hits for the Angels. So Billups down to second, and Stump will be aboard with the base hit. Here is Evan Perez.
Company, the first baseman, number 7, Evan Perez.
Perez 1 for 3 in the tournament. Third baseman today, actually first baseman today. That is bounced. High hopper. That will be attempt to be cut off by Pulchin. And that'll go as a base hit, I'm assuming. That was all or nothing for Pulchin. They do score a base hit, so 3 base hits in a row. And Schallberg in a little bit of trouble here with 1 out. 8-hole man Garrett Wilkinson, catcher today out of Midland Junior College. Also having a pretty good tournament, 6 for 19. 1 out, bases are loaded. That's an off-speed pitch. It catches the inside corner, strike 1. So good location on the softball stuff early for Schallberg. And the 0-1. That's good fastball in the outside corner. So he's working in and out. He is spotting up very well. That one gets away from Schallberg, but backing it up is Huddleston. That's why, boys and girls, we should always back up throws. Wilkinson out of San Antonio, 6 foot 205. He's down in the count, 1-2. Tries to check his swing. They will appeal, and he went around. I believe he did. So that'll be out number 2. Big out there for Schallberg. He has a chance to get out of it without any damage. 2 down in the inning. Orlando Collado, 9-hole man out of NOC Tonkawa. Second baseman today, 2 for 11. That is bounced foul down the left side. He had a good rip at it, and it was foul. No balls and a strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. Billups over at third, Stump at second, and Perez over at first. 3 hits in a row for the Angels. And that swung on and missed. Fooled on the pitch. That was in the dirt also. Stubbs blocked it nicely. No balls and 2 strikes. Schallberg trying to get out of it. Gave up 3 base hits in a row. And the 0-2. That is in there. And Orlando Collado will watch it. And that'll do it. So we have played 1.5. Angels are going to leave them loaded.
Top half of the second inning.
Force 1, Angels nothing. We'll be right back.
1 1/2. It is
And welcome back. Bottom of the second. We go. 6, 7, and 8 for San Diego. They lead at 1-0. Martin, Stubbs, and Dar scheduled. Eaton out for inning number 2. First pitch to Trey Martin is wide. Ball 1. Martin out of Cleveland State. He is hitless in the tournament, and it's wide. Bottom of the second. And that is sprayed foul into the party deck.
Autotech is a one-stop service center for all your vehicle service.
Folks, I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Put the phone down and pay attention. That is bounced to the left side. Diaz will... Actually, that was... It looked like it was bounced, but I guess that was in the air. So a soft liner to Diaz. He will haul it in for out number 1. 1 out in the inning. Here's Cameron Stubbs out of the University of Southern California. Shows bunt and takes a ball. Stubbs doing the catching today. He's 0 for 5 in the series. Out of Del Mar, California. That is in there for a strike. Good pitch on the inside corner, 1-1. Only took Eaton 15 pitches to get through the first inning. He did give up a run. That is a broken bat. Ground ball up the middle, gathered by Wisniewski, and he'll throw him out. So Stubbs will need a new piece of wood.
First baseman number 4.
And there are 2 outs. Here's Nolan Dar out of Miles Community College. First pitch to him. That's on the outside corner. Good spot from Eaton. And it's 0-1. Dar over at first base today. That's a good change of pace. Swung on and missed. And it's strike 2. Dar hit .242 in the league this last summer. He's hitless in the tournament. Able to check his swing. That's foul straight back.
Foul ball, sponsored by Autocrat. Marked up a good quality shop is no market.
That was off the glass in front of Media Row, so there's probably some folks down there that were a little startled by that. That's in the dirt. Did not go. And it's 1-2. So Eaton with opportunity to get the force in order. That is outside, 2-2. 2-2 in the dirt. I believe that's 3-2. It is. Thank you, Blue. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. And that'll do it for the force. So the Force go quietly in order. We've played 2. They lead at 1-0. We'll be right back.
About the second inning for the Force. Into one of our 4 Kansas Honor Flight trash bands located on the first base concourse. Proceeds will help send a vet to D.C.
And welcome back. We go to the top of the third. 1-0 Force. Top of the order for the Angels will be Wisniewski, Bailey, and Diaz. Here is Jack Wisniewski. Horn blows, ball 1. So they're saying the pitcher, Schallberg, was tardy. Do have a timing rule here at the NBC. That is swung on, popped to left. Coleman on the run near the line. He will haul it in for out number 1. So 1 out. Here is Ian Bailey. 1 for 1 today. So he is 12 for 26 out of Grambling. He was forced out at second base on that double play. And that is wide. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. 1 out. That is low. 2 balls and no strikes. Nobody on. Top of the third. That is bounced left side. That'll get through there. So Bailey with a couple of hits today. And he's aboard with 1 out. Third baseman Jose Diaz now out of Our Lady of the Lake University. 0 for 1 today. So he is 6 for 26. Bounced out right side. And the pitch. That's an off-speed pitch. Catches the outside corner. And that's strike 1. No balls and a strike, 1 out. Wisniewski led it off. Flew out to left field. Bailey with a base hit through the left side. And it's no balls and a strike to Jose Diaz, the third baseman. And the pitch, that is fisted foul. 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes. Schallberg. He is out there for inning number 3. Swung on and missed. And a good hack by Diaz, but he'll come up empty and take a seat. 2 outs now. Third strikeout of the ball game for Schallberg. Here's the cleanup man, Nick Hamill. Popped up to the first baseman. He's 0 for 1 and 10 for 30. In the tournament. Swings through the first one, strike 1. Schallberg 34 pitches through 2 innings. No balls and a strike. Time is called. Hamill out of Schertz, Texas. 6'5", 245. And the 0-1, that got him. That is off the funny bone, I think, and there's nothing funny about it. So he is grimacing on the way down to first base. So Bailey down to second, and Hamill will wear one off the elbow, and he'll be awarded first base. He is still in a lot of pain. He's wandering around there at first base. Not much protection back there on the elbow. Coach down to talk to him, make sure he's going to be all right. First and second, 2 out. Schallberg has been here before. He got out of a bases-loaded mess in the second. Very little wind here at the ballpark. It's almost calm. How often can you say that? Here is Jordan Billups, Midland Junior College. He's 1 for 1. So 2 for 9 in the series. And he takes a hack. And he'll come up empty. No balls and a strike. 2 outs. Bailey down at second, and Hamill over at first with a hit by pitch. Seems to be all right. They're going to play behind him. And the 0-1. Little change of pace there. He swings through it, 0-2. Schallberg has been very well with balls and strikes. 26 strikes and 12 balls. So pretty good ball to strike ratio. You'd like that to be around 3-1. 0-2 now to Billups. That's outside. So that's a good take by Jordan Billups. He is out in center field today. Billups out of San Antonio. 200-pounder. And the 1-2. That is kind of a half swing. And Stubbs bobbles it, applies the tag, and that's it. So we've played 2.5. San Antonio is going to strand a couple. So they've stranded at least 6 here. We go to the bottom of the third, 1-0 Force. We'll be right back.
For 60 years, Goodwill has helped people with disabilities, like Dontre, develop skills through job training opportunities. Dontre wanted to work, but he struggled with managing his task lists and communicating with coworkers. With the help of a Goodwill employment training specialist, Dontre got a job he loves and improved his communication and time management skills, becoming an independent and reliable employee. Donate, shop, educate, employ. Learn more and give at goodwillks.org.
The third inning for the Force, center fielder number 38, Ryan Williams.
All righty, bottom of the third we go. 9-1-2 for the Force. They lead it 1-0. It will be Williams, Coleman, and Huddleston. First pitch to Williams. That is wide ball 1. 27 pitches for Chandler Eaton through 2 innings. Did get the Force in order in the second. And that's in there for a strike. Williams 5 for 8 in the series with a home run out of Cal Baptist. That is lined to Diaz, and he'll gather it up. So a good swing on it. That Williams will have a seat. That's out number 1. Top of the order, Junior Coleman. 0 for 1 today. Actually, he was hit by a pitch, so. Out of Riverside City College. 291 this summer. That's wide. 2 balls and no strikes. That is high and away. 3-0. And a 3-0. That's in there right down the middle. 3-1. And a 3-1 popped up. Right side. Perez giving chase, and it will be Collado. Collado with a sliding catch, bobbles it, able to hang on to it. And that's out number 2. Good play by Collado at second base. Came a long way. That's a tough play for Perez. That's really probably Collado's ball. He took it. And we'll haul it in. Out number 2. David Huddleston, the second baseman. 0 for 1 today. A strikeout in the first. That is wide. Ball 1. Huddleston out of Southern Idaho. 3 for 8 in the series. Off-speed pitch misses low. Ball 1. 254 in the regular season. And that's in there for a strike. 2-1. Two balls and a strike. 2 outs. That is bounce right side. Collado will gather it up over to first in time. That'll do it. So the Force go in order for the second time in a row. We've played 3. Force 1. Angels nothing. We'll be right back.
When I first moved here, I was lost on the plaza, and I looked lost, and there was a lady who was at the bus stop, and she yelled at me while I was at the red light. "What are you looking for?" And I was looking for Volker Boulevard. She said, "Pull over, I'll draw you a map." You don't expect that to happen in a city, but Kansas City is one of those unique places where people do bond together, and organ donation is a perfect way to do that. Hi, I'm Brian Busby. I'm a registered organ donor. Are you?
DiamondSports.com.
Welcome back. Top of the 4th we go. 1-0 Force. They got their only run in the bottom of the first. And for the Angels, 6, 7, and 8. It'll be Stump, Perez, and Wilkinson. Here is Dylan Stump. 1 for 1 today out of University of Texas, San Antonio. Playing left field. He is 7 for 23. First pitch swinging into center. That'll get down for a base hit. So he is 2 for 2. Bat is on fire for Dylan Stump. 37 pitches through 3 innings for Schalberg. That'll bring up the first baseman, Evan Perez. He is also 1 for 1. 2 for 4 in the series. He will step in from the right side. Singled in the second and was stranded. Angels left him loaded in the second. Left 2 men on in the third. So 6 men left on base so far. That is swung on and missed. Good fastball at 89 from Schalberg. Schalberg a couple of years at New Mexico State, and he spent the last summer in the Frontier League, independent ball. 0-1. Just missed inside. Plate umpire is Marcus Dolan. Chris Brooks over at first, and Travis Olson over at third. And the 1-1 off-speed pitch floats high, 2-1. Perez uncommitted collegiately. They shade him a little bit to pull out in center. And a 2-1 swung on and missed. And it's 2-2. Angels hitting .324 as a team in the tournament. And they're giving up just shy of 4 runs a game. 2-2. Off-speed pitch on his hands. He'll swing through it. And that's out number 1. So Perez will take a seat for out number 1. Fifth strikeout of the ball game for Schalberg. Here's Garrett Wilkinson out of Midland Junior College. He will step in with a runner at first. Good lead over there by Stump. And they throw over. He's back in there. Wilkinson 0 for 1 with a strikeout, so he is 6 for 20 in the tournament. Schalberg with a long look. Here it is. That is fisted. That is into right field. That'll get down. And Stump will hold at second base. And a base hit for Wilkinson. He's 1 for 2. That'll bring up Orlando Collado. He is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. 2 for 12 in the tournament out of NOC Tonkawa, just down the road. And horn blows. It looks like that's going to be ball 1. It'll be the second penalty on Schalberg. Pitchers have 20 seconds to deliver the ball in between and 90 seconds between innings. That is fisted foul. That'll get out of play on the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Cyclones and the Diamond Dogs are up next. Oh, that's going to be a dandy. 1-1. That just missed outside. Pretty good spot. Just a bit out. 2 balls and a strike. One out, first and second. That is fouled back. Looks like Wilkinson had him timed about right. Just got under it a smidge. Collado made a fantastic defensive play in foul ground last inning. That is popped foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. He bobbled it going after it, but hung with it. Able to corral it before it hit the ground and record the out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Off-speed pitch missed. Actually, that's on the inside corner. I guess I should wait the umpire calls. And that'll be a strikeout for Collado. That's his second of the game. And 2 outs now in the inning. Top of the order, here's Jack Wisniewski. He's 0 for 2 today. So 11 for 27 in the tournament. Shortstop popped out to left field last time. That is high and in. And bounced out to the pitcher to start the ball game. Ball and no strikes. And the pitch. That's high. 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And 2 on. Stump down at second, Wilkinson at first. Both base hits. And a 2-0. That's high and away. So Schalberg 1 pitch away from loading them up again. Got out of a little jam last inning. Got out of a bases loaded jam in the second. Got to think that his number might be up. The runners go. And the throw down to third. Got him. So a good throw by Stubbs. And that will erase Dylan Stump on a caught stealing, and that'll end the fourth. Actually, that's 3.5. Force continues to lead at 1-0, and we'll be right back. Bottom of the fourth we go. Force leads at 1-0. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 for the Force. It looks like we're going to have a mound visit, and we haven't even thrown a pitch. So it'll be Sidley, Polchin, and Steering. As soon as the mound visit's over, wondering if there might be something wrong with Eaton. Nobody throwing in the San Antonio bullpen. Wondering if the coach may have seen something, or he motioned to the dugout for a visit. I'm not sure whether this is medical. Looks like that's going to be all for the conference. Looks like thought Cameron Jones was going to get loose. He's just going down there to retrieve a baseball. So 38 pitches through 3 for Eaton. Here is Josh Sidley. That's high, ball 1. Sidley reached on a fielder's choice and scored the only run of the ball game. San Diego Christian, that's in there for a strike. Had a good summer, hit .354. And he's 3 for 11 in the tournament. That is popped up left side. Wisniewski going out. And he'll make the play. He had to have a change of direction pretty late in the play. That was in and out of his glove, but able to hold on to it for out number 1. So Sidley is retired. He's 0 for 2. And 1 out. That is over his head. Ball 1. Cleanup guy, Jake Polchin. That is back to the pitcher. And Eaton will snag it and flip to first for out number 2. So Polchin 1 for 2 today. Big out right there. And 2 up and 2 down. Here's Philip Steering. Kind of wish the left fielder Stump would have been a little more assertive in calling him off. That would have been Wisniewski. And maybe that play out there in left field wouldn't have been so dramatic. First pitch to Steering is in there for a strike. And catches the outside corner, 0-2. Steering out of Hawaii Hilo, he's 0 for 1. Great summer, .327. 3 for 11 in the tournament, and that's wide, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Steering the designated hitter today. And the 1-2, that is into left center. That'll get out. Over quickly is Stump. He won't get there. It'll be off the wall. And Steering will cruise into second base with a 2-out double. Steering's 1 for 2 and aboard with 2 outs.
You want to cover all your bases about replacing windows, come talk to the experts at
With this
Star.
artificial surface, any ball that gets in the gap can get to the wall in a hurry. Here is Trey Martin. He lined out to the third baseman last time out of Cleveland State. He's 0 for 1, so he's hitless in the tournament. Martin playing shortstop and takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Eaton with 37 strikeouts this last spring at Midland Junior College. 52 innings of work. Had a sprayed foul down the left side. That'll be in the bullpen. And a good catch by the bullpen catcher.
Autograph where the mark of a good body shot is no mark at all.
Bullpen catcher be wanting to play outfield now. I've never met a catcher that couldn't play anywhere, to be honest with you. And the 1-1. That is lined to the second baseman, Collado, right there. A step to his right, and that'll do it. So the Force will strand a runner, and we've played 4. They lead it 1-0, and we'll be right back.
The city's not just built, it's grown to the needs of people. You make the infrastructure, the muscle, bone, and circulation, so natural to the body of the city that you almost forget they're even there.
World Series. Attention fans, now pitching for San Diego will be number 45, Eric De La Roja. Now playing left field for San Diego will be number 12, Baker Springstrom.
Welcome back, top of the 5th. We go. New pitcher for San Antonio. Looks like 45. That is Eric Telaroja. He is a 6'3", 180-pound right-hander out of Bellevue, out of Claremont, California. So he will take over for Schallberg.
Shortstop number 11, Jack Wisniewski.
Top of the order for San Antonio will be Wisniewski, Bailey, and Diaz. Wisniewski 0 for 2. Stubbs out to talk to Telaroa. So Telaroa will take over here in the 5th. For the Force, also a new center fielder, Springston, will be out in center. First pitch to Wisniewski is low and away. That is bounced right side. Huddleston, he is up with it, shallow right field, and he will make the throw to second base, and that'll do it for Wisniewski.
34, Ian Bailey.
So 1 out now in the inning. Here is Ian Bailey. 2 for 2 today out of Grambling. He is 13 for 27. And the first pitch, that is a fastball, misses. Teller Roja, 32 2/3 innings of work this last summer. He was 1-0 with a 3.58 ERA. Gave up 29 hits. That is bounced foul off his foot for the second time today. Struck out 21 and only walked 15 in 32 2/3. So Teller Roja now will take over for Schallberg, who went 5 scoreless. Schallberg scattered 7 hits. And the 1-1. Little change of pace there, 1-2. Schallberg struck out 6 in 4 innings of work. That's a good change of pace. And Bailey way out ahead of it. And he will go down for out number 2. Here is Jose Diaz. 0 for 2 today, a strikeout and a bounce out. 6 for 27 in the tournament. He'll step in from the right side. First pitch swinging, popped to left. Coleman back and to his left near the track and will haul it in for out number 3. So the Angels go quietly and in order. We've played 4.5. 1-0 force, and we'll be back.
Mount up, take off, and chase the sun. Experience more of what makes Kansas great. And let K-Tag help you get there. 236 miles of road, endless destinations of wonder. Start your adventure with K-Tag. Get your free K-Tag at myktag.com.
And welcome back. We go to the home half of the 5th. 7, 8, and 9 for the Force. They cling to a 1-run lead. They lead it 1-0. Eaton out for inning number 5. I've got him at 43 pitches through 4 innings, so pretty economical for Chandler Eaton. Here is Cameron Stubbs, the catcher, out of Southern Cal. And he takes a pitch inside, ball 1. 0 for 1 today, bounced out to the left side. And he is 0 for 6 in the tournament. That's in there for a strike on the outside corner. That'll even it up 1 ball and 1 strikes. Beautiful day here. A few high, fluffy clouds, but nothing threatening yet. That is down the right side. That'll be out of play.
Now ball sponsored by Autotech. It is a one-stop
Ball
service
and
center
2
for all
strikes
vehicle service needs.
to the catcher.
4411 West Central.
Pretty good change of pace there from Eaton. And Stubbs just able to stay back long enough to get a piece of it. 1 and 2. There is activity in the San Diego bullpen. Looks like Brent McDonald getting loose. That is popped right side. Bailey back and to his left. Shades are down and hauls it in for out number 1. Getting to be a tough Sunfield on the right side. And Bailey made it look easy. So 1 out. Here's Nolan Darr. 0 for 1 today. Strikeout victim in the second. He is still hitless for the tournament. Out of Miles Community College. That is high and away. Ball 1. 242 in the regular season, so not bad numbers. That is low. Force hit 278 as a team in the league, and they're hitting 300 as a team in the tournament. That is bounced foul, 2-1. Force giving up 6.6 runs a game. That is bounced right side. And Perez will take it himself.
Number 8, the center fielder, number 38, Ryan Williams.
2 down. Here is the 9-hole man, Ryan Williams. Oh for 1 today, lined out to the third baseman. 5 for 9. And he swings through that one, strike 1. And the 0-1, that is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. 1-1, bounce left side, foul. Fielded cleanly by the third base coach of the Force. One and 2. And the pitch. That's an off-speed pitch, just missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good spot from Eaton. Catcher says, yep, you hit it right where I wanted it. And that is way wide, 3 and 2. That looked like that was almost at the bull. 3-2. It's an off-speed pitch. He turns on it and foul.
Sponsored by Autocraft, where the mark of a good body shop is no mark at all.
3 balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch. That is into left. Stump. Won't get there. He will cut it off before it gets to the wall. But Williams will be in there with a double. So a 2-out double for Williams. He's 1 for 2. And the Force has a runner at second base with 2 outs. Top of the order. Actually, this will be Baker Springston. He will hit here in the 5th. First pitch to him is high and away, ball 1. So Springston in for Junior Coleman. Out of San Diego, 5'10", 150. San Diego City College. And he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. .211 hitter this last summer. And he's 0 for 1 for the tournament. So Springston looking for his first base hit here in Wichita, 3-0. And he walked him. So a 4-pitch walk to Springston. And they're first and second with 2 outs.
Controlled by the people who use our service. We're a great choice for your personal financial needs. And most of all, we are passionate about helping our members achieve our financial goals.
That's the first base on ball issued by Eaton. He has hit a man. Here's David Huddleston, 0 for 2 today out of Southern Idaho. First and second, runner goes. Throw down, not in time. So a good jump by Williams. He'll be down at third. So runners now at the corners for the San Diego Force. We're in the bottom of the 5th. They lead it 1-0. They got one in the bottom of the 1st, and that's been it. Throw over. And Springston back in there. Oh, and 1. That is into left center. That'll be down for a base hit. A run will score. Springston around second. He will be into third. And Williams scores, and the Force leads it 2-0. Credit Huddleston with an RBI. He is 1 for 3. So runners at the corners, and the Force get a run here in the bottom of the 5th. Activity now in the Angels bullpen. Here's Josh Sidley. He is 0 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice. Runner goes, throw down, they cut it off. And Springston didn't bite. So Huddleston with a stole a base, second and third now with 2 outs. Sidley 3 for 12 in the tournament, 354. Slow bouncer to the right side. Second baseman up with it, that is Collado. And he'll flip to first just in time. Sidley runs well. So San Diego is going to strand a couple of runners here in the 5th. We've played 5th. They get an insurance run. They now lead it 2-0, and we'll be back.
If we really put everything in our name that we do, it would look like this. Professional mechanical, electrical, plumbing, structural, telecommunications, civil, transportation, aviation, water, wastewater, energy, land development, planning, field service, survey, geotechnical, materials testing, inspection, 3D scan, air and water balance, engineering consultants.
For the Angels, designated hitter number 40, Nick Hamill.
Top of the 6th we go. 4, 5, and 6 for the Angels. Hamill, Billups, and Stump. And the first pitch to Hamill is outside ball 1. Hamill 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch out of McMurray. That is in there for a strike. It is inside. 2 balls and a strike now to the designated hitter, Nick Hamill, hitting in the cleanup spot today. 10 for 30 in the tournament. 2-1. That just missed low. And that is squirted foul down the right side. 3 balls and 2 strikes. New pitcher on the mound, Brent McDonald. We'll pitch here in the 6th. That is Sprayed foul down the right side. That'll get out of play.
And that foul ball sponsored by Autocraft.
6 foot, 205-pound right-hander out of Riverside City College, out of Murrieta, California. So Brent McDonald now, he takes over for Tela Roja. It's inside, and Hamill is aboard. Leadoff walk to Hamill.
There's a Wichita Federal Credit Union. Base on balls. Brings up the center fielder, number 44, Jordan Phillips.
Here is Jordan Billups. One for two today. Base hit in the second. Stranded. And struck out in the third. And the pitch. That is foul back. First pitch swinging.
That foul ball was caught by your vehicle. Give Legacy Advisory.
Action in both bullpens.
Make sure you and your family are protected at
Jacob
316-773-9864.
Thigpen getting loose
You'll be glad you did.
in the San Diego pen. That is high and in. It looks like Cameron Jones getting loose in the Angel bullpen. Billups out of Midland Junior College. That is popped up. And Sidley going back near the track will haul it in. So Billups got good wood on it. And he will be retired.
Coming in, the left fielder, number 26, Dylan Stump.
So one out. Here is Dylan Stump. Looks like we're going to have a mound visit. Hamill led it off, was walked, and Billups flew deep to right. Today is National Dollar Day. A lot of your concessions are $1. 30 minutes left on those $3 Bud Light drafts. Visit is over. Everybody appears to be satisfied. 2 more ball games later. Colorado Cyclones will take on the Cheney Diamond Dogs at 7. And in the late game, the Junior College Nationals and the Everett Washington Merchants. All righty, here's Dylan Stump. UT San Antonio. That is low and away, ball 1. Stump singled in the second. And singled in the fourth, so he's 2 for 2. That's a little nubber. That'll get past the diving first baseman. And covering is McDonald for out number 2. Good play all around. Darr went after it as far as he could. And Huddleston flips to the pitcher for the out. Two outs. Here's Evan Perez. 1 for 2 today. 2 for 5 in the tournament. Strikeout victim in the fourth. Perez over at first base. He takes a pitch inside, ball 1. Ball and no strikes. And the 1-0. That's high, 2-0. 7 hits for the Angels and 4 for the Force. Game 2 of 4 today. And a 2-0. That's a good spot on the outside corner, 2-1. San Diego Waves walked it off in the bottom of the 11th over the Colorado Bears, 5-4. It was a passed ball. 2-1. Swung on and missed. Wind appears to be freshening out towards left, still blowing out of the south. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Evan Perez. That is inside. Good take there by Perez. And it's 3-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at second base. That would be Hamill. And a pitch. That's bounced foul. Johnson now doing the catching. And I misspoke earlier. It's Springston in left field. Williams continues to play in center. Perez 1 for 2. Chance to get a run here. Cut it in half. That is right side. And Huddleston gobbles it up over to first in time. And that'll do it for the Angels. They're going to strand one. And we played 5.5. Score is still 2-0. San Diego Force. We'll be right back.
Kansas Gas Service delivers natural gas to many of the companies you know, ensuring they have the energy they need to grow and build strong communities, providing cost-effective, safe, and reliable natural gas for a better tomorrow today. Kansas Gas Service.
Pitching for San Antonio will be number 14, Cameron Jones. Jones now on the mound for the Angels.
And we're back. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Looks like San Antonio will get a new pitcher. Looks like number 14, Cameron Jones, 6 foot, 175-pound left-hander out of Texas Lutheran, will take it over. 4, 5, and 6 for the Force. Pulchin, Steering, and Martin. First pitch to Pulchin, high and away, ball 1. Pulchin 1 for 2 out of Houston Baptist. 3 for 10 in the series. And a pitch. That is down the left field line, foul. So he turned on it. One ball and 1 strike. Pulchin hitting in the cleanup spot. And playing third base. That's a good spot from Jones. And it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. The bottom of the 6th. 2-0 Force. Force get a run in the 1st and 1 run in the 5th. Been quiet otherwise. 2-2. That's wide. Hit his spot. Good take there by Pulchin. 3-2. And the 3-2 is fouled back. Pulchin will have another opportunity. Three-two. It's inside, almost hit him. And it'll be a leadoff walk to Jake Pulchin.
That is the Wichita Federal bringing in base on balls. Brings up the designated hitter, number 39, Philip Steering.
And here's the designated hitter, Philip Steering. He's 1 for 2 today. And 4 for 12. Doubled and was stranded in the 4th. Bounced out left side in the 1st. Hawaii Hilo. Good numbers this last year. 327 in the regular season in the Southern California League. 1-0. That's in there at the knees. 1 ball and 1 strike. Bottom of the sixth, leadoff man is aboard. That will be Jake Pulchin. And that is low. 2 balls and a strike. 7 hits for the Angels, 4 for the Force. Pitching has been very good. 1 miscue by the Angels. And the 2-1. That is fisted, popped up right side. Looks like it's going to be the second baseman, Collado. And he'll haul it in. Well, that's 1 out.
Shortstop number 2, Trey Martin.
Here's the shortstop, Trey Martin. 0 for 2 today, a couple of lineouts. So he's hit the ball hard, has nothing to show for it. Out of Cleveland State. Still hitless in the tournament. And that's high and in. Ball 1. That is into left field. That'll be Stump. He will field that one, and that'll be out number 2.
Nominee for the Force, the catcher number 20, Trevor
So
Johnson.
Martin's hit the ball hard 3 times, and he's over. Here is Trevor Johnson. He will hit for Stubbs. Johnson out of McPherson College, just down the road out of La Mesa, California. That is up the middle. That is fielded by Jones. He'll play that one off his foot. And it landed straight down. He's able to pick it up and throw him out, and that'll do it. So the leadoff walk causes no harm. We've played 6. Force leads at 2-0. We'll be right back.
This Bud's for the dream and the people bold enough to pursue it. For those who come from nothing and rise to something. It's for those who take everything this country has to offer and make it their own.
Gentle pitch now pitching for San Diego. Moving up 19, Jacob Hickman. Hickman now on the mound for the Force.
And we're back top of the 7th. We go 8-9 and 1 for San Antonio. They trail the Force 2-0. New arm on the mound for the Force.
Will be number 15, Spencer Lloyd.
Looks like Lloyd will hit for Wilkinson. First pitch is outside. New arm for the Force. They will go with Jacob Thigpen, 6', 210 right-hander out of Kansas City, out of Rockhurst. And Lloyd skies it to center. Williams going back, shading his eyes, and hauls it in. So Lloyd will be 0 for 1. And there's one out.
Second baseman, 0-0, Orlando Collado.
Collado now. He's 0 for 2, a couple of strikeouts, playing second base. A good play over at second base. And the first pitch to him is high and in, ball 1. One out, nobody on. We're in the top of the 7th. 2-run ball game. Force leads at 2-0. Collado out of NOC Tonkawa. That's a fastball that gets by him. 1 ball and 1 strike. Thigpen, 24 innings of work this past summer, 3.69 ERA. And the 1-1, that is fisted to the shortstop, Martin. Up with it. A little bit up the line, but Dar able to field it, step on the bag, and get the speedy Collado. Out number 2.
Dominating the shortstop, number 11, Jack Wisniewski.
Top of the order here is Jack Wisniewski. He is hitless today. 11 for 28 on the tournament. Shortstop hits from the left side, Trinity University. And the pitch to him. That is high and away. Fastball at 85. And it's 1-0. One ball and no strikes. That is into left field. Springston going back near the track and hauls it in over his shoulder. Good play for Springston, and that'll do it. Angels go in order. We played 6.5. They trail it 2-0. We'll be right back.
At Davis Moore, we pride ourselves on our ability to provide a safe and reliable driving experience to all of our customers. When we say that safety is our top priority, we mean it. That's why every single one of our pre-owned vehicles goes through a 171-point inspection before it ever goes on our lot. And with our Davis Moore 360 guarantee, you can drive forever, worry-free. So let us prove to you that we have the best car care and best customer experience, and why nobody beats a Davis Moore deal. Come by any one of our 5 Davis Moore locations or check us out online at davis-moore.com.
Great job, gang.
And welcome back. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Looks like a new pitcher for San Antonio. Looks like number 8. And unable to find him on the roster.
Dominating the first baseman, number 4, Nolan Dar.
8, 9, and 1 for San Diego. It'll be Dar, Williams, and Springston here in the 7th. That is to the right side line. Collado up with it for the out. So good play by Collado. And they're out number 1.
Middle fielder, number 38, Ryan Williams.
Oh, here's Ryan Williams. One for 2 today, a double and a run scored. And that's low, ball 1. out of Cal Baptist. Do have a new pitcher, number 8 right-hander, just did not catch his name, and he's not on the roster. That is drilled to left. Stump back near the track, looks up, gone. So the 9-hole man, Ryan Williams, takes the new guy out to left. Well, that'll make it 3-0 San Diego.
That's a Wichita Brewing Company home run. And for the next 10 minutes, WBC 20-ounce draft, only $4.
So Williams 2 for 3, a couple of runs scored, hit the ball hard 3 times in a row. He is swinging a pretty hot bat. 7-4-11, top of the order. Junior Colt, actually this is Springston. First pitch swinging, bouncer to the second baseman, Collado, over to his right, gets it on the short hop, makes it look easy for out number 2. 2 outs now, David Huddleston. Huddleston steps in from the right side. Southern Idaho. And the pitch. That is popped up. Right side. Perez giving chase. It'll be Perez. He will backtrack a step and haul it in for out number 3. The damage has been done. Force get 1. We have played 7. They now lead at 3-0. And we'll be right back.
At the end of 7 innings of play now, it's the San Diego, California Force 3. San Antonio, Texas Angels 0. Agostino Brewing is proud to support the NBC World Series. Visit AgostinoBrew.com for your $1 craft beer coupon and visit us on Wichita's west side. Attention fans, now pitching for San Diego will be number 16, Mark Loomis. Loomis now on the mound for the Force. Don't forget the Wichita Brewing Company home run. For the next 10 minutes, WBC 20-ounce drafts are only $4.
And we're back. Go to the top of the 8th. Angels running out of time. They trail the Force from San Diego 3-0. New arm for the Force. It'll be Mark Lemus, 6'2", 175-pounder out of Chicago. He attends Robert Morris. 2, 3, and 4 for the Angels. Bailey, Diaz, and Hamill scheduled. Here is Ian Bailey. 2 for 3 today. And he takes a strike on the outside corner. 13 for 28 in the tournament. He'll step in from the right side. Grambling State, that's way outside, 1-1. Fifth pitcher for the Force today. And the 1-1, that is on the outside corner. Pretty good spot there from Lemus, and he's ahead in the count, 1-2. Looks like the Force and probably the Angels trying to get everybody in. And a 1-2. That looked like a straight change. Fouled it straight back. Bailey a tough out today. Singled in the first and in the third. Finally struck him out in the fifth. He's 2 for 3. Playing right field tonight. Tough sun field this time of day. 1-2. That swung on and missed. Good change of pace from Lemus. And that'll do it for Bailey. So 1 out. Here is Jose Diaz. Hitless today. And 6 for 28 in the series. Flew out to left in the fifth. Struck out in the third. Bounced out to the right side in the first. He would like nothing more than get a base hit here in the top of the eighth. Looks like some weather northeast of us. I hope it stays over there. And the 0-1, or the 1-0 is wide. That was way wide. Something that wide kind of makes a hitter trying to think about where the next one might be. 2 balls and no strikes. Force got a run in the first. And that's foul back. Run in the first, fifth, and seventh. Good defense and good pitching all game long. Very little breeze blowing here at the ballpark. And we're bathed in sunshine. And a 2-1. That's outside. 3 balls and a strike. 1 out. Bailey led it off with a strikeout. 3-1. Here it is. That's high and away, and he'll walk him. So Diaz draws a 1-out walk. And that'll bring up Nick Hamill. He is 0 for 1, a hit by pitch and a walk. A hit on the elbow in the third. A runner at first. And that's low. Ball 1. Angels running out of time, but only 3 runs down. And the 1-0. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. That'll be into center field. And the throw over to third. That hits him there. And is corralled by the pitcher, Lemus.
That stolen base was brought to you by Sam's Club.
So I'm thinking he got hit by a ball twice there. Diaz will steal it. And it'll be down to third on the air. If that had been wiffle ball, he'd been out. So Nick Hamill a chance to drive a run in. 2 balls and no strikes. That's outside. Not even close. 3-0. Hamill out of McMurray. 10 for 30 in the series. 3-0. That's right down the middle. We'll see if Lemus can get healthy in this count. So the 1-out walk is now over to third. That is Jose Diaz. 3-1. That is down the right field side. Foul. So just missed a double and an RBI by about 10 feet. So it is 3-2 now. So Lemus did get healthy. We will see if he can put him away. So the cleanup guy, Nick Hamill, 3-2 count. Here it is. That is outside. Good take by Hamill. They're going to appeal, see if he went around, and he did not. And second base on ball issued by Lemus. And the coach for the Force is going to come out and talk about it. 2 more ball games to come. It'll be the Cyclones and the Cheney Diamondbacks. Steve Strain will have that one for you. And the National Junior College Nationals Club will take on the Everett Washington Merchants. So 2 really good ball games coming on. There is some activity in the Force bullpen. Conference is over. So Lemus in a jam with 1 out. Runners at the corners. Bailey struck out to start it. Diaz walked and stole a base down to third on the throwing error. And Hamill was walked. Here is Jordan Billups. Checks his swing, takes it low, ball 1. Midland Junior College, he's 1 for 3 today. So 2 for 11 in the tournament. Strikeout victim in the third, and that is outside. Two balls and no strikes, 1 out. Steve Strain next door doing his pregame prep. And it looks like a quarter pounder. 3 balls and no strikes now to Jordan Billups. Like a little more urgency down there in the San Diego pen, as there should be. 3-0. That is right down the middle. 3-1. Got to think that Billups may be taken again. Command has been an issue for Lemus. Time is called. He will tie his shoe. Three balls and a strike. Here it is. That is bounced foul, so not taking. Cyclones and the Diamond Dogs up next. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be a dandy. 3-2. Here it is. That is bounced left side. Cut off, not cut off. That'll be a run. So that ball got over the head of Pulchin. Martin unable to get it on the short hop. That's the only play he had. He wasn't going to get him anyway. So that will be a base hit for Billups and an RBI. Diaz will score, and it's 3-1. So Hamill down to second, and Billups over at first with just 1 out. And this is going to be all for Lemus. Let you know who it is. Just a moment. Looks like they're going to go with a right-hander. And there is 1 out, first and second. Little Neil Diamond playing in the background while we find out who in the world is pitching now. Looks like Max Holtzclaw. Looks like, yep, that is. That'll be a 6'3", 200-pounder out of Redding, California. He'll be a sophomore at Shasta College. So Holtzclaw in for Lemus. Game's going to have to get over quickly because I'm about out of room. Places to write new pitchers. So Holtzclaw, 6th pitcher of the ball game. He'll come in the 8th. See if we can find some numbers on Holtzclaw. 39 in the 3rd innings of work. 33 hits. And he struck out 26. He was 4-0 this past summer with a very stingy ERA, 2.28. So Holtzclaw in to try to slam the door. Kind of got a little herky-jerky movement. Very imposing figure on the mound. He is 6'3". Redding, California. Appreciate all the folks on the West Coast tuning in to listen to us. We hopefully that we have brought you something that you can stand. So we're ready to go. Here is Dylan Stump. Texas San Antonio 2 for 3 today. So he's been swinging a hot bat. Umpire steps out. They weren't done listening to Sweet Caroline, so music went a little long. Oh, well, what else we got to do? 2 for 3 for Stump. Steps in from the right side. Caught stealing in the 4th. That is wide, first and second. Billups down at first with a base hit. Hamill down there at second base. He walked. Stump with a single in the 2nd and 4th. And that is wide, ball 1. Actually, ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes. Looks like the weather appears to be dissipating a smidge. It's still staying northeast of us. And that's wide. 3-0. So Holtzclaw at risk of coming in and walking a man and loading him up. 3-0. That is just outside. So that will load him up. So the third walk of the inning issued to the Angels, and they have them loaded with 1 out. Here is Evan Perez, 1 for 3 today. Singled in the 2nd, struck out in the 4th, and bounced out to the right side in the 6th. And the pitch swung on and missed. Good healthy cut. That might have been ball 1. 2 for 6 in the series. Limited playing time. He's over at first base. They play him, for the most part, straight away, near the line and right. That is into center. Coming hard is Williams. He won't get there. 1 run will score. They're going to send a trailing run, and he will score, and we're all tied up. So we're all tied at 3. Angels get 3 here in the 8th. That is Perez's second base hit of the ball game. And it's first and second with 1 out. Here is Spencer Lloyd. Flew out to left field, and he's only at bat in the 7th. He will step in, and that is high. Ball wasn't hit very hard, but just enough to get it over the shortstop and fell in front of the center fielder. Perez with a base hit down at first, and Stump at second base. So the walks have come in to roost. And the 1-0, that's in there. Good pitch from Holtzclaw. 1 ball and 1 strike. So it's all tied up here in the bottom of the 8th. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pitch. Off-speed pitch, that hit him. And they're loaded again. So the wheels have fallen off the San Diego Force here in the 8th. Looked like they were cruising along. They got the leadoff man, Ian Bailey, to strike out. They had nobody on and 1 out. Then walked 2, gave up a base hit, walked another, and gave up another base hit. Now they have hit another batter. Now this is going to be all for Holtzclaw. Now we'll let you know who it's going to be. Just a minute. Well, it looks like number 25, Avery Wood, out of Sacramento. 6'3", 20-pound right-hander. He will come in, try to take care of business. So Lima started the 8th, unable to get out of it. Holtzclaw came in, got beat up, and now it's Avery Wood. 22 2/3 innings of work, 43 strikeouts in 22 innings, 3.57 ERA in the Southern Cal League. Well, he will come on and face Orlando Collado. Collado hitless today, a couple of strikeouts and a bounce out to the left side. So you got to think he might be due. Bases are loaded. Wouldn't surprise me if a squeeze wouldn't be in order. Or a safety squeeze. Just thinking out loud up here. Cyclones and the Diamond Dogs next. Then the NJCAA All-Stars take on the Everett Washington Merchants. Here is Orlando Collado, NOC Tonkawa. 2 for 14 in the series. He will step in with the bases loaded. Corners are in. Double play depth in the middle. They're going to shade him towards right. A lot of room down the line and left. And a pitch. That's a good fastball from Wood. In there for a strike. So no balls and a strike to the 9-hole man Collado. Second baseman today. That is low and away. One ball and one strike. One out. That would have been the leadoff man, Bailey. And the pitch, that is low. Top of the 8th. Two and one with one out. Wood working very slowly and deliberately. And the pitch. That's wide. So good velocity. Just unable to hit his spots. 3 and 1. At risk of walking in the go-ahead run right here. In the top of the 8th. Three and one. That is a good hack. That's foul straight back. So 3 and 2.
One-stop service center for all your vehicle service needs, located at 4411 West Central. Home with the $24 oil change. Call 316-942-0707.
Seventh pitcher of the ball game for the Force. 3-2, one out. Bases loaded. Corners in. And the 9-hole man, that's going to be ball 4. So the horn blows, and umpire determined that Wood did not deliver the pitch in a timely manner, and that is ball 4 to Collado. If that run stands up, that will be one of the most interesting go-ahead runs I have seen in a while. So everybody moves up. And Collado down with the walk, top of the order, 9th man to bat in the order. Wisniewski. That is sprayed foul down left side. That'll be in the seats.
Bring it to Autocraft, where the mark of a good body shop is no mark at all.
So 4 walks in the frame for the Force. And 4 runs across. Angels now lead it 4-3, top of the 8th. That is fisted. That'll be into center field. 1 run will score, and they will hold the trailing run. That just got past Huddleston at second base. So that was a seeing eye base hit. A base hit and an RBI for Wisniewski. And another run across. 5-3 now. Angels. And they're going to bat around. 10th man to bat in the order. So Ian Bailey led off the inning with a strikeout. So he will have a chance to redeem himself with one out. And the bases loaded. And the pitch. That is on the outside corner, strike one. Good spot by Wood. And they play Bailey straight away. He is 2 for 4. 13 for 29 out of Grambling. I'd like to get a base hit right here. That is wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. One and one. And the pitch. Tried to check his swing. Umpire said he went around, and I think he did. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. 1 out. Bases are loaded. Bailey trying to do some more damage with 1 out. Corners are still up. And the pitch. That is sprayed foul down the right side. Bailey remains alive. 1-2, 1 out. Angels with 10 hits on the ball game. Force with 5. 5-3 Angels. They have taken the lead here in the top of the 8th. One ball and 2 strikes. That is a bouncer over the head of Pulchin. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Bailey has redeemed himself. Couple of RBIs. And he's down at first base. And Collado and Lloyd scores. That makes it 7-3 now, Angels. Angels trying to go 7-0. Jose Diaz. Time is called. Looks like Johnson going to go out and talk to him. Conference over. And here's Jose Diaz. Hitless today, 0 for 3. Walk, stolen a base, and scored earlier here in the 8th, about 30 minutes ago. And the pitch is wide. One ball and no strikes to the third baseman Diaz. That is wide. So command has been an issue for the Force. Two balls and no strikes. 1 out. That is a shattered bat. That is sprayed foul down the right side. So Diaz will need a piece in lumber. So Diaz will find him a new piece of lumber. He's back in there now. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. Runner at first and second. Two and 1 to Diaz. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Good fastball at 88 from Wood. And it's 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. first and second. 7 runs across here in the top of the 8th. Runners go. That is popped foul down the right side. That's in the seats. Another good catch by a young fan. I'm not for sure, but I think that's probably the same kid that caught the one about 2 innings ago. He's going to have enough balls to have BP here anytime. Two balls and 2 strikes. Here it is. That is foul down the right side. That young man won't get that one. Two balls and 2 strikes. 1 out first and second. Diaz with a good at bat. He's going to make Wood work for it. And the pitch. That is fisted foul. So another souvenir. Good catch by a fan. And he gives it to his wife. Atta boy. Two balls and 2 strikes, 1 out. And that is lined to the third baseman, back to second. They'll double him up. And that'll do it. But the damage has been done. Angels get 7 in the top of the 8th. They now lead at 7-3. We'll be right back.
Top of the 8th inning.
Won't you come dream with me now, now? You're chasing down a beautiful dream. Won't you come follow me now, now? Yeah. Won't you come dream with me now, now?
Celebrating America's pastime and sport of the summer. Pull off at the Ameritrust Mesquite 10, located near the first base at the end of the grandstands. Ameritrust is a proud supporter of the Wichita community.
And welcome back. Go to the bottom of the 8th. Force now in a bit of trouble. They trail at 7-3 to the San Antonio Angels. New arm on the mound for San Antonio. It'll be Trayton Suttles, 6'1", 180-pounder out of Winfield, Kansas, and Pratt Community College. 3, 4, and 5 for the Force. It'll be Sidley, Polchin, and Steering. Here is Josh Sidley, San Diego Christian, and he'll wear the first one. So the leadoff man is aboard. That's good news for the Force. Here is Jake Polchin out of Houston Baptist. 1 for 2 with a walk. Takes a pitch in there for a strike at the knees. Pretty good spot there for Suttles. 0-1. Nobody out. That is inside. Sidley down at first. He let it off with a hit by pitch. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner goes, popped up. That'll be the catcher, Wilkinson. That's a mile high. He is camped and hauls it in. That's a big out right there. And they're one out. So Philip Steering will step in. He's 1 for 3. Popped out to the second baseman in the 6th out of Hawaii Hilo. And that is into left field. Stump coming hard and makes the catch about knee high. And he'll get it in. It's cut off. I think he had thoughts of maybe trying to catch Sidley off at first. So a good swing by Steering, and he will take a seat for out number 2. And it'll be Trey Martin, Cleveland State. He's hitless today and the tournament. Runner at first. That'll be Sidley. First pitch swinging. That is sprayed foul down the left side. And that'll be in the bullpen. San Diego does have some folks up in the bullpen. And that is sprayed foul again. Same spot. So.
Foul ball, sponsored by Legacy Advisors Insurance HC. Give them a call to make sure you and your family are protected at 316-773-9864.
Looks like Caleb Doherty getting ready out of Keller, Texas. 0-2 now. To Martin. Runner goes. Throw down. Not in time. So a good stolen base there for Sidley. He is at second base. Second stolen base of the ball game for Sidley. And it's 1-2 now to Trey Martin over at shortstop tonight. That's an off-speed pitch. Good take. Just inside. 2-2. Angels get 7 runs in the top of the 8th. They now lead at 7-3. Off-speed pitch swung on. Gets a piece of it, but hung on by Wilkinson. And that'll do it for San Diego in the 8th. So we've played 8. Score now, Angels 7, Force 3. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for San Diego. Number 99, Caleb Doherty. Doherty now on the mound for the Force.
And top of the 9th we go. Angels lead at 7-3. New arm for the Force. It'll be Caleb Doherty. 6'3", 205-pound right-hander out of Abilene Christian and Keller, Texas. He will face 4, 5, and 6 for the Angels. Hamill, Billups, and Stump scheduled. Here is Nick Hamill. Couple of walks, a hit by pitch, and a fly out. So he's 0 for 1. And he takes a pitch high, ball 1. Hamill in the cleanup spot out of McMurray. And a 1-0. Doherty out of the stretch with nobody on. That is wide. So 2 balls and no strikes. Doherty, inning and 2/3 this summer. And 3 strikeouts, a couple hits. Not a whole lot of work for Doherty. 2 balls and no strikes. That's high and in. So Hamill, 1 pitch away from walking for the 3rd time today. Angels got 7 in the top of the 8th. They now lead at 7-3. And that is in there for a strike. Good spot from Doherty. Nobody getting loose in the pen, so maybe they're out. Everybody has gotten to throw but me. And a 3-1. That's wide. And that'll be a leadoff walk here in the 9th.
Brings up the center fielder, number 44, Jordan Billups.
So it'll be Jordan Billups out of Midland Junior College. Had a good day, couple of hits. He's 2 for 4, run scored. And an RBI. Runner at first base, nobody out. And the first pitch fouled back. Good hack there by Billups. Center fielder today. 3 for 12 in the series. No balls and a strike. Nobody out. Runner at first. That would be the leadoff man, Hamill. That is into right field. That'll get down. That might split the gap. It will. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Hamill around third. And Billups into third with a triple. So another run for the Angels, and they lead at 8-3. Billups runs very well. He was into third base easily without a throw. That'll be Dylan Stump now. Stump out of Texas San Antonio, walked and scored in the 8th. He is 2 for 3. And takes a pitch high, ball 1. Ball and no strikes. And a pitch. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Still nobody out. Runner at third. 1 run across. Hamill walked and scored. And the 2-0. High. So 3 balls and no strikes. Going to have a visit to the mound. It is National Dollar Day. Tomorrow will be the quarterfinals. It'll be Thirsty Thursday at the $4.20-ounce drafts. Youth jersey giveaway. All of this presented by Burns and McDonald's and the Kansas Special Olympics. Pretty quick conference. We hardly get through any music at all here at the ballpark with these quick conferences. So 3-0 now to Stump. He's probably taking, be my guess. That is in there for a strike at the letters. A small gift behind the plate there. 3-1. And the pitch. That is Sky to center. Williams going back near the track. He will get it. That'll bounce out of here. A ground rule double for Stump. And an RBI. Another run across. That makes it 9-3. Angels have swung the bats in the last 2 innings. Here is Evan Perez. He singled in the 8th, drove in a run. First pitch swinging, and that's strike 1. So good pitch there from Caleb Doherty. 9-3 now, Angels. 13 hits, 5 runs. That is sprayed foul, out of play. 13 hits for the Angels, 5 for the Force. Both clubs have committed an error. No balls and a strike. Still nobody out. Runner at second base. That is high. Ball and 2 strikes to the first baseman, Perez. That is a 1 hopper to the second baseman. That'll be Huddleston. He's up with it. But a productive out. Stump over to third. So 1 out now. Here is Lloyd. Spencer Lloyd out of Fayetteville, Arkansas, and Newman right here in town. And that's going to get away from the catcher. Another run will score. That will be a pass ball. Colorado Cyclones and the Cheney Diamond Dogs up next. Steve Strain will have it for you. Want to stay tuned for that one. If you're in the area, come on out. That'll be a dandy. So Lloyd hit by pitch in the 8th and scored. And 1 ball and no strike, nobody on. That's a good fastball, and he's able to check his swing. They're going to appeal. He did not go. 2 balls and no strikes. (2-0). Off-speed pitch is high. Doherty grimacing. Not sure whether he's in pain or he's just experiencing some frustration. So 3 balls and no strikes. Doherty started the inning. And that's pop foul. 3-2.
AutoTech is a one-stop service center for all your vehicle service needs. Located at 4411 West Central.
Lloyd 5'10", 215. He'll be a senior at Newman. And 3-2 swung on. Actually, that's 3-1. Now it's full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And a pitch. That's a good pitch on the outside corner, and Lloyd will go down looking for out number 2. Hard to get those pitches. It might be a little borderline if you're not around the plate. You got to get in that strike mentality early, and that's something that Doherty failed to do. So here is Orlando Collado. Second time up around this season. Last time up, walked and scored. Popped up. Right fielder Sidley. He has a beat on it and haul it in for out number 3. So we played 8.5. 3 runs across for the Angels. They now lead it 10-3. We'll be back for the bottom in just a moment.
Make the most of every single moment. After the game, see what's happening at visitwichita.com.
Bottom of the ninth we go. It is a 10-3 ball game. Angels in the lead. They get 7 in the 8th and 3 in the 9th. They now lead at 10-3. Forced down to their bottom third. It'll be Johnson, Dar, and Williams here in the bottom half of the 9th. New pitcher, Jose Diaz. And Hamill will go to third base. First pitch from Diaz. That's high and away, ball one. Johnson out of McPherson, La Mesa, California. That is outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Johnson took over for Stubbs in the 6th. He is 0 for 1. And the pitch, that is bounced left side. And Wisniewski up with it, over to first in time. So the leadoff man is retired. So 1 out now in the inning.
For San Diego, number 23, Zach Fisher.
So Fisher will pinch hit here in the 8th. Fisher out of Fontana, California, New Mexico State, 6'3", 215. Steps in from the left side and has a look at his first pitch. It's high, ball one. That is popped foul, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Foul ball sponsored by Autocraft, where the mark of a good body shop is no mark at all.
And it's popped up. Left side. Hamill giving choice. And he's unable to get there. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. One and 2, 1 out. Nobody on, bottom of the 9th. 10-3 ball game. It's a good change of pace. And Fisher swings through it, 4 out. Number 2. So San Diego down to their final out. They trail at 10-3. Ryan Williams, big home run in the 7th. He's had a good day, 2 for 3. Homer, a double, and lined out into third. Could have been 3 for 3. First pitch swinging, that's popped up. Wisniewski coming in, and will haul it in, and that'll do it. And that's your ball game. Here are your numbers. Angels get the win. Angels with 10 runs, 13 hits, and error. And for the San Diego Force, 3 runs, 5 hits, and an error. San Antonio will go to 7-0, Force 0-3. The win will go to Jones, loss to Lemus. And stay tuned. Next ball game, about 30 minutes. Steve Strain will have it. It'll be the Colorado Cyclones and the Cheney Diamond Dogs. So for Chris Worrell, I'm Todd Hook signing off for now. We will see you tomorrow.